In Romans 6, Paul was addressing the notion that it was okay for the Christian to sin, having been justified by grace and no longer under the law. By no means, he says, don't you know that when you offer yourselves to someone to obey, you are slaves to the one whom you obey? Jesus said, anyone who sins is a slave to sin. So how can anyone who sins say they are not a slave to it? Those who sin do so not only because of willful choice, but because they lack the power to do otherwise. In our unredeemed nature, we are all slaves to sin. But thanks be to God, Paul says, that though you used to be slaves to sin, you wholeheartedly obeyed the form of teaching to which you were entrusted. You have been set free from sin and have become slaves to righteousness. So, take your pick. You can be a slave to sin, which leads to death, or to obedience, which leads to righteousness.